Do you realize that effective content or word of mouth marketing is incredibly boring and repetitive? Hi, I'm Mark Bullock with Video Socials, actually the co-founder of VideoSocials.net and the co-founder of PhoneBlogger.net. And that statement's a little bit true and a little bit not true. We as entrepreneurs, those of us that own companies, that head practices, professional practices, whether they be in law or finance, accounting, whatever it may be, we are creative types. Whether we realize it or not, most of the time, we thrive on something new. We thrive on something that's exciting. We thrive on creating a new solution to a problem, as an example. And as such, we don't necessarily realize or embrace what it takes to actually have an effective marketing program work. So how does this relate to video socials and what I'm talking about here? So when we can get excited about creating new content, Video Socials is very much designed around helping people get over the hump of dealing with how to speak to a camera, how to handle the lighting and the sound, etc., so that we can actually produce and create content. Unlike other public speaking programs, which I'll even say Toastmasters as an example, which is a fantastic program and I recommend to anyone who has trouble getting in front of an audience. To be able to create content and be able to create a message that is consumable and enjoyable by an audience. But that's just the first step. Where the rubber meets the road is getting it out there and getting it out there to the people that can, one, use it, and two, utilize your services so that they can consume it and they can engage with you and get to know, like, and trust you. So how does that happen? That happens through a whole lot of repetition. And what am I talking about? So we might think, okay, we're going to create a video, we're going to create a blog post, we're going to put it out in our blog, we're going to put it out on YouTube, etc. But how does it get into the hands of the people that really need to consume it and want to be able to use it? Well, that's a process, and that's where the repetition and the boring part of this comes into play. And that means you need to go find them. Where are they? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? Are they in your inbox, as far as in your email program, or in your mailing list, as an example? So, and by the way, remember back in the day, the old, it takes 5 to 8 advertising impressions before you start to get through? We forget that. And we think that, okay, well, I created this blog post, or I created this video, I created this article, I created this white paper, and we expect that we put it out there one time to one particular audience, that it's going to get traction. And it may, because it's video, because it's exciting, because it's new, but it's only going to be that for somebody that already knows us, likes us, and trusts us. In other words, they've already gotten used to consuming content by us. And they know that what we create is valuable to them, and it's something that they can pass along to others. So if you can think about this, this is kind of next level, in the fact that we can't just put it out there one time. We've got to put it out there repetitively. We've got to put it out there across multiple platforms. Where's our audience? They may be on one social media platform, they may be on another. So just putting it out into one means that you're limiting who can get it. I've said before, email is critical. Get your videos out in email to your audience, to the people that already know you, like you, and trust you, so that they have it to, one, consume, two, to pass on to others. But realize that if you have a great open rate on an email, as an example, you'll have 15–20% of the people actually even notice the content or open the email. If you get 5 or 10% of those actually click through and watch or read the content that you created, you're doing fantastic. What about the other 90%? That comes from repetition. That comes from finding different ways to present that content and doing it again and again. Do you want to send out the same piece of content the same way with the same hashtags every day? No, you're going to drive people nuts. But realize that sending it out once is radically inefficient and radically under what you need to be doing. And so you could take that same piece of content, if it's evergreen, in other words, something that is more or less timeless, and you need to get that content out there repetitively. What that looks like for you and your business, that's a little bit deeper conversation, but certainly getting it out half a dozen times over a year is not unheard of and not going to be bugging people. The fact of the matter is it's very unlikely that they saw it the first time around. And if they did see it, that they consumed it. So you do want to get it out there again, and again, and again, over time. All right, guys, let's work on developing our tolerance for boring and repetitive so that we can actually be effective in our marketing. Again, Mark with videosocials.net and phoneblogger.net. Hope you found that valuable.